Oh, oh well, I'm a cat. um, just a bit of a inspired by Garner. He's been showing a lot of his 45s this week, and one of them was an EP, an extended play. This is the Animals, I think. I used to have that. It got stolen, but I've got pretty much all their 40, the Animals 45s, on, and I've got Winds of Change album on CD, a couple of best ofs on CD, but I've only got two Animals albums on vinyl. Um, this one's pretty damn good. The Twain Shall Meet. This is the new Animals. Side 1, Monterey. Just a Thought, Closer to the Truth, No Self-Pity, Orange and Red Beams. That's a very trippy, that one. Side 2, The Magnificent Sky Pilot. We Love You, Lil, and All Is One. So, pretty good album. I mean, they're very underrated, the Animals. They get lost. You know, it's always the Stones and the Who and the Beatles and the Small Faces and blah blah, the Yardbirds. But the Animals tends to get lost, and you got to realise that the song that made Bob Dylan, well, inspired Bob Dylan to actually go electric, was pretty much their version of the House of the Rising Sun that he had on one of his first couple of albums, Bob Dylan's first couple of albums, and they just do such a well. Let's face it, I never really want to hear it ever again because I've heard it a million times, and rightly so. You know, recorded for £100 in one or two takes live, and bang, it's mighty, and that really inspired Bob. All right, there'll be no arguments there. So basically, this one is the first track. Each side is a killer's Monterey, and then side 2 Sky Pilot. Sky Pilot was a #1 hit here in Australia. I got the single, and it was spread over 2 sides. It was also #1 in Vietnam because it's about the Vietnam War, which Australia was involved in, hanging on to Uncle Sam's coattails as usual. But hey, without Uncle Sam, the Japs would have overrun this continent. I adore this album. This is Love Is. Very heavy vinyl. Double album on MGM. This is all covers, but I love it. Absolutely adore this. Feel the weight. Wow. Yeah, Love Is. Covers of River Deep Mountain High. Side 1, River Deep Mountain High, goes at 7 minutes 20. I'm an Animal, which is fantastic. It's just a jam, but my God, it's great. 5 minutes 32. I'm Dying, and in brackets, or am I? I would say that's probably about trimming. 4:32. Side 2 of the first album, his magnificent, almost definitive version of Ring of Fire, 5 minutes 25 seconds. Coloured Rain, 9 minutes 40 seconds. That's definitely LSD. Side 3, his version of To Love Somebody is just fantastic. 7 minutes 20. As the years go passing by, 10 minutes 12. And side 4 to finish up, Madman, 8 minutes, and Gemini, 10 minutes 45. Now, I'm not one that goes for cover versions unless they improve upon the original or put their own stamp on it. These didn't improve on the originals, but he definitely put his own stamp on them. It's just a wonderful album of its time, but it's the colour's all washed out as usual here, but it's a beautiful plum colour. Beautiful. So I had to get that one out of the plastic. Then I have, excuse me, talking of plum colours. The Black Man's Burden, Eric Burden and War. Black on Black in Black. This is side one. And then next track is Painted Black, number one. And then Laurel and Hardy, Pintello Negro, PC3, Blackbird, and Painted Black, number 3. Well, see, Pintello Negro is Painted Black. So it's got Black on Black in Black. Then Painted Black 1, Laurel and Hardy. Pintello Negro 2, which is Painted Black. Again, PC3, Blackbird, Painted Black 3, Spirit. That's just side one of the first album. Side two is Beautiful Newborn Child, Nights in White Satin 1, The Bird and the Squirrel, Nuts, Seeds and Life, Out of Nowhere, Nights in White Satin number 2. Side 3, which is the second album here, Sun Dash Moon, Pretty Colours, LSD, Gun, Jimbo. Side 4, Bareback Ride, Home Cookin', which I've got on a DG only promo release, a US copy, and they can't take away our music. Yeah. It's similar in vein to Love Is, in that it's a lot of jamming going on, and ooh, beautiful. Feel the weight. Oh my God. Feel the weight. I love this fold out, man. Absolute stunner. Absolute stunner. Beautiful stuff. Yeah. I won't get those out. So that's that. And then that's it. So just another thing. I watched one of those girls on YouTube. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, Abigail, I think, DeVore. She's quite good. She's a youngster, but she's quite perceptive and knows what she's talking about. And she did a thing on Wheels of Fire, a video recently. And I thought, gee, I'll have to get that out and play it again. And then she mentioned something which I was never ever aware of. Now, I don't have the live. It came out in the US. Wheels of Fire was a double album with a gatefold, and it was the studio and the live albums is a gatefold. But in the UK, Japan, and Australia, these are the only they're the ones she mentioned, so I'm mentioning those. They came out as individual albums. But the funny thing was, when she showed the studio album, it was silver and black, and I thought, hang on, is that right? And then she said, in the UK and the US, the studio one was black and silver. But in Japan and Australia, the studio one is gold and black, whereas it's the opposite. Like Japan and Australia reversed. I think it's just nerdy shit, you know what I mean? But Martin Sharp, great Australian artist, unfortunately Rumours are he was a pedo, but what can you do? I won't state that as fact, but there were rumours. He was a huge champion of Tiny Tim, and I had a couple of Tiny Tim's albums that he recorded out here, which are highly collectible, but I let them go, which is a bit of a shame, really. But I did play this, and actually, this is a damn good album. Okay, it's of its time, but I think it's terrific. Just really good all the way through. I think it's better than Disraeli Gears in that it doesn't have a couple of Disraeli Gears is great. Let's face it, but the thing is, it's got a couple of pretty weak tracks on it. 2 weak tracks. This one, I suppose you could say, if you don't like Press Rat and Warthog, Ginger Baker's track, it could be weak, but I love it. I like every track on here. So that will do. It has gone on a bit, as it usually does. Take care.